couple of acting gigs?
Well, so it was really bad for a while. It's a hopeless place for a while, and that's why a lot of people, when they say, "Oh, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actress," I always ask, like, what's stopping you? Because I mean, there's going to be so many roadblocks along the way, but you just can't let it be. Like, you're going to hit something, and you just got to find a way around it, you know. And so I don't feel like there was anything that was detrimental, you know. I mean, I was just, it was hard. And so once I was homeless, I started to, well, I did an acting program, and it was mostly for kids, but I just wanted to get around the industry. So I first did the program, and I was still homeless. And then I went up to the guy who owns that program, and I said, I need 3 minutes, and just 3 minutes of your time. And so he's like, okay, it's very specific. And so I just pretty much told him my story. I was like, look, I'm living in my car right now. I'm showering at the gym, and I'm sleeping in the parking lot. And he's like, whoa, what? And I was like, I just want to intern for you. I was like, I just want to bring you guys coffee and do whatever you guys need done around. I was like, I will just help out, but I just want to get around the industry. And so he's like, I mean, we don't really need another intern, because I had a few interns, but he's like, but I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. And so he let me intern. So eventually I interned for them long enough to where I got to teach the kids class for improv. And so that was amazing, because it's like I had just learned all this stuff, and now I got to go teach it to kids. And so I was doing that, and a lot of the parents, they really liked me. And so that was parents from all over, from Australia, from everywhere. And so they knew this acting coach that was kind of a guest there. And so everybody was just kind of saying like, oh, that girl, she's really good. She's really good. She taught my kid this. She's doing this. And so this acting coach, who I had no idea was going to be my guardian angel, she came up and she just started talking to me. And so I'm talking to her, and she's just kind of giving me this weird look. And then she's like, I see something in you. And she's like, I'm going to help you. And she's like, I think we can do this. She's like, I see something. And so I just remember crying later on, and like, I couldn't believe it, because her name is Joey Paul Jensen, and she's just phenomenal. She did Soul Surfer. I mean, she's just an amazing human, and she saves lives too. And so now all of a sudden I had the protection, if you will, of this acting god. And then so she introduces me to my manager, and she's like, he's kind of harsh. He does not sign new talent. I just want to get his opinion on you and see where things go. And so his name is Mitchell Gossett. And so I go and I meet with Mitchell Gossett, and he had pretty much one main question for me, which was, how do you approach auditions? And so he's like, he's like, when you have to go to an audition, how do you approach it? And I was like, well, I haven't auditioned really yet in LA, but I'd kick the fucking door in. And he's like, okay. And so he signed me right there. And I again couldn't believe it. And then he sent me on my first audition in Hollywood. And it was kind of supposed to be just a learning experience, see where things went. And it was for David Ayer. It was for a different show that he was working on. And I didn't know where I get a call back. And so we're shocked, because it was just supposed to be a learning experience. And then I get another call back. Again, couldn't believe it. So, and then, I mean, at this point, we're thinking I'm going to get the role. We're really excited. And then we get the call that the show fell through. It wasn't going to go forward anymore. So really sucked. I was so disappointed. But then I get a text from David Ayer. And again, I see something in you. You're going to be big. Just meet. We can do this. Just meet at this time. So I go, and I go to this kind of scary looking building. And I walk in, and there's Cynthia Carmona, Bobby Soto, and Conejo. And we're all sitting there, no idea what we're doing there. And then David walks in, gives us the whole plot of the movie Tax Collector, tells us which characters we're going to play. Any questions? And that was my first role.
Well, I mean, that's great to hear. I mean, it's kind of amazing to have, like I said, such a big movie be your kind of your introduction into Hollywood. What was it like on the set and working with some of the actors? You had some really great names on the bill when it came to the tax collector. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was amazing. It was amazing and intense. See, David and Shia LaBeouf, I mean, they're big on the method acting stuff. And, you know, me being completely new to the industry pretty much. I mean, I had done commercials. I had guest starred on Hawaii Five-0, but I hadn't gone this deep yet. And so I just didn't want to let anybody down. I felt like I was a peasant among kings. You know, I mean, it was crazy because you look around on set and then you got George Lopez, Shia LaBeouf, Ana Faria, David Ayer, and there's me, you know? And then, so I was like, I was terrified. But I mean, they were all just so amazing. And it's like they all knew where I was. Shia, he knew exactly where I was in life because he had been there before. And so right away it was, here's my number, any questions, and you need help with anything, let me know. Same with George. Lana taught me how to walk in heels on set. I mean, I knew how to walk in combat boots, but heels, good luck. So it was, I mean, every cast member, every crew member helped me in one way or another. And I'm so thankful that my first big role, I got to experience it with them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to have the advice of some of the best actors in the world, you know, in front of you, plus David, who's one of the better directors out there as well. I mean, you know, obviously you learned a lot on the set in terms of where where you are. I mean, it's kind of almost I guess acting boot camp would be the best term for it.
Yeah, it was intense, I tell you. No sleep.
Yeah, but what was it like, I mean, when you went to the premiere and to be able to watch it for the first time?
Well, the premiere was in quarantine, so they had in LA. They did something at the drive-in, but it wasn't like a normal premiere. So I actually couldn't watch it the first day. It was every bone in my body would not press that stupid remote. And I was like, I'm just gonna wait. And I didn't want to see myself. I was terrified that I was gonna watch the movie and I was gonna be the downfall of the movie or something. Like I was so insecure about it. And then I think that it's funny because I got a lot of immediate fans from that movie, and it was with their help that I watched the movie because they were like, you were amazing, and they talked me up enough where I was like, all right, I'll take a look. And yeah, I was pretty proud of it, but it was definitely weird to see because I had gone method during a lot of that. I don't remember filming some of that, and so that was weird. And then it's weird because I couldn't break out of my character for a while after filming ended, so I had to do this like ritual thing in my head that was recommended by a lot of actors, where you essentially kill your character in your head so that you can get rid of them. And so when I did that and then watched myself on screen, it was almost like I was watching a home video of somebody that I murdered or something. It was very bizarre. The mind of an actor is very weird. But it was cool, and I was very proud of my cast members, and David. I mean, I'm so proud of everybody.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's great. I mean, like I said, you've been getting a lot of critical acclaim in terms of the movie itself, and so you're getting a lot of buzz right now. So obviously, Hollywood's kind of shut down until we figure out what's going on with COVID. I mean, a lot of movies are being pushed until 2021 at least, and we don't even know what's going to happen there as well. So obviously, you know, we're kind of like fingers crossed what's going to be in the works for you. But I'm pretty sure there's quite a few calls that are being made to you for offers for films or other stuff. So hopefully we'll get you back to work as soon as possible.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm definitely ready to be back on set. I'm definitely ready to be back on set. And it's funny because as soon as Hollywood opens up, I'm gunning for different things like Quentin Tarantino. I need to be in a Quentin Tarantino film. It's locked in my head. It's gonna happen one day.
Now, I mean, I read a little more about your bio. Obviously, you really like the idea of combat sports. You've trained combat sports as well, and obviously, it's something that you like on your resume because stunt performers and all that as well. I mean, did you get any experience with that on the tax collector? And is that something that you're looking forward to maybe in a future movie to be able to do your own stunts?
Definitely. Like I don't know like who I thought I was, but I just assumed I was going to do my own stunts, being prior military and stuff. And I remember I got on set one day, and there was a stunt woman there, and she was gorgeous, and she's such a nice girl, Michelle. I mean, she's amazing. But I wanted to do my own stunts, so I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And so David just kind of explained, we only have enough squibs for 2 takes. We can't mess this up. And so I begged and begged and begged to just get one chance. I was like, okay, just let me do it once, and if I mess it up, then you can give it to her. And look, she's here. She's not going anywhere. Just please let me try. Here. Huh? Up. That what? I don't know if you're frozen.
Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're saying that you get one take.
Okay, yeah, he said we only have enough for 1 take, so you can't mess this up. So I begged and begged and begged, and then he eventually let me do it, but I could only do it once. So if I messed it up, then she would get the second take. And so it was a lot of pressure because I had never done stunts. I had never been in a film like this, and all of a sudden I was supposed to, be getting thrown against the wall, doing shotgun stuff. It was crazy. But I did it, and I remember at one point doing one of the stunts and laying there, and just in my head I was just like, please, 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 and then I just hear cut, new deal, which means that I got the take on the first take. And so I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. And I just hear the whole cast and crew in the background just like erupt in cheers and stuff. So it was a special moment. And then so immediately I got hooked. It was literally that day that I got hooked. And I ran to the stunt coordinator on set. And I was like, I did what I did with that acting program. I was like, can I just follow you around? I was like, I just want to learn how to do stunts and get better at this. I can do my own stunts. And he's like, of course. And so him and his wife took me to learn about the different squibs, the different explosions, getting lit on fire. And then from there, I met other stuntmen and women and who have taught me more. And so I've learned that it's like with everything else, if people are really proud of their craft, they're eager to share it. And so I've gotten to learn so much about stunts from so many different stunt men and women, and it's just been amazing. So, and then I continued at that dojo that I was training at for tax collectors. So when tax collector was filming, I had gotten up to my yellow belt, and now I'm up to my blue belt. So, I mean, I'm still gunning for black belt. I'm still trading stunts and stuff, so I'm ready. I can't wait to get my hands on my next action role. I want to be like the female Tom Cruise. I just want to do my own stunts. But I'm really excited. When I get back, I'm supposed to get lit on fire and be dropped dropped onto a car from a high point.
Yeah, I mean, I could almost see you in one of the Fast series. That'd be awesome to be able to see.
That would be awesome. That, and again, Quentin Tarantino. I say this in most of my interviews. I'm coming for him. So if he could just watch one of these and see this, that'd be great. I really want to be in a Quentin Tarantino film, and I really wanted to be in a Tomb Raider type film or Indiana Jones stuff, like the adventure stuff too. Everybody keeps telling me to go into comedy, but I really want to do the adventure and the action one first.
You can always do action comedy.
Oh, I want to work with The Rock really bad. That was my brother Isaiah. He was The Rock's biggest fan. So if I ever get to work with The Rock, I'd be really excited.
Well, I know there's probably going to be a third Jumanji movie, so maybe there's a role for you there as well.
Maybe.
But
My stepson loves Jumanji, so he would love that.
yeah, I mean, you know, I've had a couple of films over at the Artemis Film Festival, and you know, I've got to meet quite a few of the stunt women that work on a lot of